the sales on my record doing? Not too good today? That's all right. Sure, I'll survive.
How's it going, everybody? How's everybody doing on this beautiful Monday? God save this woman driver. There are jokes that we can say, jokes that we can't say on this platform. I can't say that. You said that. I can laugh at that. I can't make that joke, because that would be me. But wait, does laughing at a mean joke also? No, I'm not gonna think about it too much. That was a funny joke, Bish. How are you, dude? Happy Monday, dude. We're doing the news. And then after this, we're gonna play some casual Counter-Strike, because I've had a hell of a Monday, okay? And I really just want to check out the new animation update they put in today. So, checking some cards real quick. But we're gonna get right on started with the news, because there was a lot of news that happened last week. I don't know if you've heard, but a shitload of people died. Like, more people than you would think would die in 1 week. Like, people of note. A lot of dudes died last week. A lot of fucking famous dudes died. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is Rat News Weekly. Number 3. Third episode, the Rat News. This is Rat News for Rat Dudes. I'm here to give it to you. I'm your buddy Hobo Hef. Today, talking about all the interesting shit that happened last week. We're going to start with Iron Mouse. Right? Iron Mouse, the famous VTuber / opera singer, has left VShojo, the VTuber agency run out of Japan. So, essentially, VShojo has been, like, pulling a completionist. They've been stealing a shitload of charity money and not giving it to this, specifically, the charity that Iron Mouse wanted to work with, the autoimmune deficiency charity. They apparently owe $500,000 to this specific charity. And people were not happy about it. They found out, and VShojo effectively had a fucking implosion, like, financially speaking. They're not doing good as a company right now. And it's kind of started with this whole first leaving from Iron Mouse. It started off this whole exodus, basically, and yeah, the company is basically not a thing anymore. I don't know, man. I think it's really messed up that we live in the year of our Lord 2025 and people are still finding ways to fuck over charities, especially in the space that we're in, because as streaming, like, people and like people of influence, it really is a lot of money that comes in from people like Iron Mouse. So having this drama attached to it, yeah, it's kind of a double-edged, like, situation, because people are offended at VShojo for doing this, but they've kind of Streisanded it into getting some more money to get put into these charities and having some awareness for it. So that's kind of a silver lining in it, but it just sucks, man. It sucks when, like, people get into things with honorable intentions and it just gets misconstrued because someone wants to put a little more money in their pocket. But, you know, whatever, man. It's the world we live in. Capitalism is a dirty business. That is what a famous person we all probably have heard before said about it. And it's true. Anyway, on positive news, Ready or Not has officially sold 1 million copies on consoles already. And that was as of July 7/22. That's the 22nd. Yeah, Ready or Not is doing great, dude. Turns out people are really into tactical shooters. People on consoles wanted to get traumatized just as much as people on PC did. You know, I'm happy for him, dude. A lot of people were complaining about the censorship shit But at the same time, I don't really think like it made that much of a difference effectively. I don't know, man. I'm honestly digging. I've always dug Ready or Not, so I'm happy to see that they've had success. But given some of the later things we're going to talk about the news, this isn't the best thing, kind of, because they did censor some shit, and people. I just said earlier in Rat News that this was a slippery slope, and gosh darn it, dude, it is a slippery slope. Shit happened later on in the week that has shown that maybe the censorship here was kind of leading to things. And we'll get there, okay? No spoilers. Next, let's talk about Fallout Bakersfield. So, have you ever seen the old school Fallouts and the weird style that they had to them, where everything was like super pixelated and really grimy looking, but like in a really like charming way? Well, if you've ever wanted to see that put into a first-person perspective, the modders behind Fallout Bakersfield have done just that. They have been working on this mod for years. It's still a little ways out, but effectively, it is just Fallout, except, you know, in the Fallout style. It's first-person, but it's got that pixely, crunchy art style to it, and it's honestly looking really freaking good. And let's skip to some gameplay. I think that might actually be game. Yeah, that's in-game right there. It's all sprite work. It's literally running out of GZ Doom. So all of the shit that you're seeing there is emulated 3D. Not really 3D. It's all a bunch of different planes making it look like it's 3D. Oh, man, look at that. Is that just not the grossest thing you've ever seen? That looks great. I cannot wait to get my hands on this, actually. They are aiming for a 2026 release, so this is still a ways off, but you can really tell that they've been working on this shit. Jesus, that is just clean, dude. Clean. So essentially, you should be getting a weird mix between old school Fallout and new school Fallout, which I think is perfect, and I just can't wait for this thing to be a huge deal so they could remaster the original Fallouts in this style. Fallout Bakersfield 2026. I'm stoked, man. Very hyped for this. Anyway, let's chuck another car off of this cliff and move on to the next bit of news. Oh, this way. Okay. Let's see. Vince Gilligan. Okay, we know that guy. Vince Gilligan has announced his next show after Breaking Bad. It's called Pluribus. I really hope I'm saying that right. It is starring Rhea Seymour. Rhea Seymour? Is it Rhea Seymour? I gotta read this. I gotta make sure. Rhea Seymour. Seahorn. I was way off. Anyway, it's starring Rhea Seehorn, also known as Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul. It is Vince Gilligan's next show after Breaking Bad. He literally hasn't made anything besides Better Call Saul. And this is new. It's all about the world's most miserable person being tasked with having to save the world. And the tagline is "Happiness is contagious." I'm honestly very excited. If you haven't seen Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad, dude, you gotta put the time in. Hey, phone man, what's up, dude? Yeah, Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad are some of the best things ever put on television or just the film medium in general. So I'm very excited to see what happens with Pluribus, whatever it is. If you look for it, also, there is a new trailer that came out. It has a phone number attached to it. I don't know what happens if you call this phone number. I'm not going to put it up on stream. Do a little bit of research for yourself. Yeah, there's a new trailer with a phone number at the end of it. I don't know what happens if you call it, but, if you do know, please let me know in the comments. So next, we have like a lot of shitty news, like kind of back to back. So I do want to ask you guys to prepare yourselves for this. We'll get the big one out of the way. If you have been living under a rock, haven't heard, I'm sorry to have to be the rat to break it to you, but Ozzy Osbourne passed away July 22nd. We still don't know the cause of death, but it came after he performed his last ever show. He died at 76. The Prince of Darkness is probably wondering why it's so fucking bright where he is right now. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I don't want to impose on any of y'all. I don't want to be too down on it. But Ozzy Osbourne was the shit, and the world is a worse place by not having this dude in it. In Ozzy Osbourne news, they also made Brutal Legend, the famous video game by Double Fine Productions, the Tim Schafer-led studio. They gave away Brutal Legend for 666 minutes after Ozzy passed away. So if you did miss that window, if you're hearing about it now, I'm sorry, it's over. But you could usually pick this game up for like $10, and it's definitely worth it. You think he overdid it? That's what he did. Oh crap. Hey T, you're working out? Good, man. Get the fucking gains in, man. I believe in you, dude. Get that fucking pump in, dude. Or get the cardio in. I don't know what you're doing, but I believe in you either way. Okay, T? Let's see. Gonna move on to the next piece of news. Okay, the next piece of news is also depressing because we lost Hollywood Hulk Hogan. The brother Meister himself. The world has lost one of its biggest brothers because Hulk Hogan has passed. Bad news for fans of handlebar mustaches everywhere. Your patron saint is unfortunately not with us anymore. I've heard he said all sorts of shit. I don't care about that. I don't want to talk ill about a fucking dead dude. Hulk Hogan was part of my childhood, and that's how I want to remember him. And that's all I'll say on that. You don't do cardio right now, is that funny? I think, dude, honestly, Phone, I don't want to like conspiracy theorize over here, but I think he knew, bro. Because like the timing of that fucking final show, it was literally like 2 weeks, bro, like on the dot. 2 weeks before Ozzy fucking did that. Okay. I do also want to mention before I talk about this next person who also passed away in the month of July, that Robin Williams passed in July about a decade ago. Just wanted to mention that. July is a shitty month for fans of celebrities everywhere. So yeah, Chuck Mangione, the famous King of the Hill recurring character and flugelhorn jazz musician, also passed this week. He was a famous musician, made the famous song "Feel So Good." Bad week for flugelhorns, handlebars, and just overall Satan worship. Just terrible week for all those three kinds of people. Really though, fucking terrible musicians and athletes were lost this week. It's fucking terrible, dude. We got a three-peat back to back of just dookie fucking story, dookie news, and actually I just read the next one. I forgot about this next one, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But James Carter Cathcart also passed away. James Carter Cathcart was the voice actor for Professor Oak and Gary Oak and Team Rocket's James and Meowth. So he passed away at 71 last week as well. And yeah, no, seriously, like Art took a fucking hit, dude. Art took a serious hit last week. Lost a lot of people who contributed a lot of culture to the world. And that's really shitty overall. But you know, life goes on, man. We keep moving forward. These people will be in our hearts and we'll see them again eventually. Right? That's where we're at. Next, some more shitty news, but not really so much of like, you know, oh, people dying and it's shitty. No, it's more like the death of free art and free enterprise and free market. So you remember how last week I was telling y'all how there were some people who had gotten some games shut down on Steam through some very loud lobbying. Well, those people are back at it again. They have pressured MasterCard and Visa to the point where they have removed hundreds of games off of the platform itch.io. itch.io is an indie games market where creators are thought to have a little more access to being close with their community, and it's leaving a real bad taste in everybody's mouth that they've literally just gone in and removed all of these games, and not only to the point where they delisted them off of the market, but they've actually gone in and removed it from people's libraries as well, which I'm sure is some kind of fuckery that should not be legal but is now legal. Stop killing games. If you haven't signed and you're in Europe, please sign that. Yeah, dude, it's not looking good for enjoyers of a non-censored market. So, you know, buckle your britches, y'all, because I'm hoping it gets better before it gets worse. It's a lot of Karenism. It's a lot of Karen shit. Very, very ass. Very ass in general. What's next? Hey, okay, moving on to the good news, right? We're going to be a little happy now. We're going to learn that Air Bud is getting rebooted. Now, if you've never heard of Air Bud, Air Bud was a 1990s movie in which a dog learns how to play basketball because, god damn it, there is no rule in the rule book that says that a dog cannot play basketball. So you better believe that this shit is in theaters. I'm gonna go watch it there because Air Bud Returns is on my must-watch list for 2026, and I hope it's on yours too. Because what the world needs right now, with all of the dookie all over the place, is something that makes you feel good. And I think Air Bud is just a retriever that we need to retrieve us some positivity in our lives. Anyway, Air Bud Returns. It was just announced. Dogs can play basketball, okay? There's nothing in the rules that says you can't. Okay, and more good news. California squirrels are turning carnivorous. It has been documented in California that squirrels have adapted to eating small mice around them. Yes, that's right. We're seeing the beginning of a squirrel evolution. This squirrel's gonna turn into some fucking 5-foot tall thing in like 100 years. And it's gonna be glorious. This is the first steps. You want to see evolution at work? This is it right here. Look, the little sucker's even on his back legs and everything while he's carrying that little fucker. That mouse does not know what the fuck is going on right now. That mouse is like, dude, you're not even what? You're not even supposed to be doing this right now. That squirrel went out of his way to bite that dude's neck off. That's insane. I'm sorry. It's a skill issue. You're right. Skill issue. Predator squirrels, dude. It's only a matter of time before they get the taste for human flesh. And then what the fuck do we do? I don't know. Am I the only one that's concerned about this? It's only a matter of time before these fuckers start attacking people like crows. I don't know. Watch the trees. Watch for the squirrels is all I'm saying. Live your best lives, okay? Because our days are numbered now that these fuckers are coming after us. Okay, finally, second to last piece of news I got for you guys for this week. Wolfenstein has been greenlit for a TV series. Yeah, that's right. There is a Wolfenstein TV series in development at Amazon from Fallout producer Kilter Films. And you know what? I'm stoked, dude. I am very excited to see what these people do with some campy Nazi killing shit. I'm very stoked. Oh, what's this? The fuck? Who put this picture of Alan Richardson in my folder? Okay, whatever. I don't know what that's doing there, but yeah, the Wolfenstein TV series from Amazon is probably going to be really sick, and I can't wait to see it. And I hope they find the right casting for BJ Blazkowicz. You know, that'd be really cool if they got someone who would embody that character in both physicality and also, like, you know, personality-wise. That'd be, like, really cool. But I wonder how they would find someone built like a brick shithouse that is also eloquent. You know, that'd be a really hard casting to get down. Like, I wonder how the fuck they'd figure that one out. That'd be a really hard one. Anyway, yeah, let me close this picture of Alan Richardson. This dude, Alan Richardson. Have you guys seen Blue Mountain State? Okay, sorry, I'm getting off track. Sorry about that, everybody. But we got our final piece of news, and our final piece of news needs a nice chuck of this wagon. We're going to pause it. We're going to give it 2 good boosts. We're probably going to clear the mountain on this jump. Get ready for it. Because the biggest piece of news is one that I have saved for last, and yes, that includes the piece of news that famous people have passed away. God bless them. Warner Brothers Discovery is going to split by mid-2026. Yes, news reports are coming in that Warner Brothers just effectively has not gotten their shit together and continues to not do so. So they are going to split up into a profitable and non-profitable side. Now, of course, they're not using these terms, but, you know, as a public, we all kind of know that's what's going on here. So, yeah, much like Warner Brothers as a studio, my car didn't even want to make it down this mountain. Yeah, dude. Warner Brothers effectively has had forever to get their shit together. They're sitting on the Looney Tunes. They got Bugs Bunny, a character that was at one point more popular than Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. People are just... They're not making art anymore. They're just trying to print money, and they have effectively kind of ran themselves out of their own business. What can you say? What can you do? You know? So they're going to split off into Discovery, and they're going to split off into their DCEU and other side of business, Warner Brothers itself. It's a whole situation. I hope the best for them, because I don't want to see a big company like Warner Brothers go out in my lifetime. But you know, we're gonna have to wait and see how this turns out. But yeah, guys, that's all the news I got for you today for this week. We are already working on the news for next week's episode of Rat News Weekly. I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. T, I hope you're getting the fucking reps in, dude. Seriously. Yeah, they're doing the Ubisoft, bro. Like, honestly, bro, Ubisoft is going down the shitter. Like, Ubisoft has essentially sold off most of its stock to Tencent already. I think it's the only thing keeping Ubisoft in place at the moment is like microtransactions and like Siege, like fucking For Honor. Like, dude, can you believe they asked the CEO of Ubisoft? They were like, oh man, like, why do you put microtransactions in your single player games? And they're like, oh man, because, you know, it makes them more fun. People enjoy playing single player games with microtransactions. Like, dude, I don't know, man. I'm convinced corporations live in a world different from reality. I feel like if you focus test and look at schematics and statistics so often, it just kind of skews your perception of like what people actually want. Like, I don't know, man. I yearn to go back to like the mid-90s when we were spending stupid amounts of money on like the dumbest ideas and just making them the most coolest thing ever. Like, oh yeah, give me a bank robbing movie, but make it be like a literal fucking classic, a classic movie. I don't know. I'm ranting. I'm sorry, everybody. But that was the news for the week. I do want to thank you guys for being here, for watching. I am about to jump on again. I'm just gonna swap the stream info, and we're gonna jump on Counter-Strike. We're gonna play some casual shit. I really don't think I'm gonna play any Premiere today, but I really just want to play with the new animations, because they updated the animations. There's new animations in Counter-Strike now. Can you believe that shit? Is that not the craziest fucking thing? That game's had the same animations for like 15 years at this point. They fucking changed them. It's fucking crazy. Well, anyway, you'll see now. We're about to close this stream as soon as this car makes it to the bottom of this mountain. And I will see you guys in just a little bit. Ooh. Oh man, that thing is not gonna be in Rush Hour 3. How are the wheels still on? That's some really good suspension. Wow. Oh, dude, the pistols, bro. The pistols are so fucking good. They actually lock open when you run out of ammo. It's insane. I can't believe they implemented that in Counter-Strike. Anyway, I will see you guys in just a second. Let me hop on. Yeah, bro. Bruce Willis, man. He doesn't even remember where he is. It's fucked, dude. Life. Time.